Welcome to the Poker Series. We're here live at the Bellagio Casino and Spa in lovely Las Vegas. And we're here to bring you the final table of that fantastic $1 million challenge. I'm Check Rays, and welcome.
I'm Rex Rocker, and I gotta tell you, this is an exceptional moment. The first ever play-by-play live Final Four. So we're gonna get into the action in just a minute, but we wanna take a second to get to know those players.
Yeah, let's take a look at him. Player number one is Trace Masuda. Now, Trace is a 19-year-old math whiz from Tokyo, Japan. He moved to the U.S. in order to become the Poker Series champion. His hobbies include studying, eating sushi, and ninja art, so watch out for him. Have we checked him if he doesn't have any knives with him?
We got next up Rodrigo Maza, also known as Rod, the Mad Frenchman. He got that name 4 years ago when he actually bluffed his way into the championship with some rather dirty tactics. Get this, he actually went all in with a pair of fours to beat out a pair of queens and a pair of jacks that felt undermatched. This is definitely a player to look for since he learned how to play from the slums of Paris, France.
Ooh, now this player number three, is another one to watch out for. This is Z. Also, she's called the Bumblebee. Now, she may look harmless, but once she stings you, it will hurt for days. She's a crowd favorite that was voted back in after being eliminated.
One of our other local heroes, Kevin Rosenbaum. Kevin is actually a victor from the Bay Area local circuit championships. He's a huge fan of the San Jose Sharks. All we can really hope is he doesn't have the same track record as those Sharks when it comes to his poker final table today.
Yeah. Now, those are the four players that are going to match up. And we're going to start that game in just a minute. But first, let's take a look on how you play the game.
Texas Holdem is a game of poker. The objective is to make the best 5-card hand by combining the 2 cards that you hold with community cards on the table. Before we talk about play, let's talk about the value of cards in a hand, ranking them from lowest to highest. First, the rank of a single card. The card with the highest value in any hand is called the high card. A 2 has the lowest value, the ace the highest. A pair is 2 cards with the same rank. A 2 pair is 2 sets of paired cards. For example, ace-ace and 10-10. Next is 3 of a kind, 3 matching cards. A player can beat any of these hands with a straight, 5 cards numbered in sequence. They don't need to be of the same suit. What beats a straight is a flush, a hand with every card of the same suit. Next is the full house, a combination of 3 of a kind and a pair. Even more valuable is a 4 of a kind. A straight flush is, as it sounds, all of the same suit and rankings in order. Last, there is the ultimate hand, the royal flush. This is a straight flush that specifically has the cards 10 through ace, hence the royal in the name. A lot to remember, right? Check and Rex will explain more during the actual game. Now to play. Texas Holdem starts from the left of the dealer and proceeds clockwise. Directly to the left of the dealer are 2 forced bets, small blind and big blind. The big blind is double the amount of the small blind, and it's also the minimum bet at the table. In each round, the players have 4 actions. To fold is to give up your hand and lose the round. To raise is to increase the current bet. To call is to match the raised bet. And to check is to pass on a turn when you've already matched the minimum bet. Once the blinds are in, the dealer deals each player 2 cards, and it's time to place the bets. 3 cards are dealt onto the table face up. This is known as the flop. These are the community cards. After another round of betting, the turn card is shown. Then another round of betting. After that is the river, where the last community card is dealt. Now each player will have a last round of bets before showing his cards to determine who has the best hand. The person with the best hand will get all of the chips, which is called the pot. And that is how you play Texas Holdem.
So now you have a little bit of information. You can follow the action a little bit better. Now, what do you think, Rex? Who do you think is going to win this out of the players? What's your prediction?
We have a very diverse talent pool today. But for myself, I think I have to take the tried and true veteran, Rodrigo, the dirty Frenchman. His bluff and his aggression overall, I think, is going to overwhelm the opposition today.
You know, I'm going to go with Trace. That he's got that international, he's bringing that international flavor in. We don't really know. He's played a lot of tournaments outside the country, and I think he's going to bring that sort of Oriental Asian flavor to the game, and it might be unpredictable to the regular players here. So I'd watch out for him. But that's our prediction. Let's get down to the table and shuffle those cards and get going.
First act.
Oh, the first cards are dealt up already.
Wait a
I
second.
call.
I will also call with 2.
Call.
I fold.
Interesting.
Yeah, and Kevin's looking at his hand and saying, well,
Rodrigo already showing his aggression with the quick call.
yeah. But he's going to have a little trouble with a lot of 6s out, you know.
He's definitely the least favorite in the hand. And of course he catches.
Catches the deuce.
Rodrigo
right
jumps to the lead.
Yep, he's got the lead. Now Kevin folds as Rodrigo comes out betting.
There's that aggression I was talking
Yes,
about,
that's
check.
right.
I'll raise.
He's raising.
I'll raise.
The bull.
Fine.
When
Yeah.
you mess with the bull, you get the horns.
Yeah. So now he's raised. Now look, now Trace is going to have to consider. He's got that high hand with the king 6.
I'll fold.
He's going to fold it. He's going to fold it. Probably a smart move in this first hand.
Being the math wizard, I'm sure he calculated those odds.
Yeah, yeah. I think so. That shows some real aggression to come right out of the chute and bet heavily on that deuce.
Well, that's why Rodrigo is my pick. I knew he'd come out of the gate swinging, and he does not disappoint.
That's right. A little unpredictable. I was a little disappointed on Kevin's hand there because at Queen 6, he could have stayed in that hand, but he opted to drop out quite quickly.
And even with catching the deuce, there was still an opportunity there for someone to muscle him away from it. At
Yeah.
the end of the day, he still had the deuce with a 6 kicker.
Yeah.
And no one else looks like they're in the mode to be aggressive.
I know.
And today might not be the day to wait.
Yeah, it could be that they're testing each other. Okay, here's the next hand coming up, and let's see what we have here. And Trace again with the king 5.
I'll call.
Call, and he comes out betting.
Fold again.
Rodrigo from position, he's actually just calling with a fairly strong hand
Yeah.
four-handed.
And Kevin also, did he raise?
Kevin has raised.
Has raised with a 6-8. He's taking a chance there. And now, it's got Trace.
I fear he's run into the dirty Frenchman.
Yeah, I think so. He may be walking into something here.
Now that call's looking all the better from position.
Yeah.
2. I'll call.
Oh, and Kevin calls. Okay. We're going to see a flop here. Let's take a look at this flop.
I call 6.
I call.
Just making sure.
I got you.
All right. Deuce 4-7.
Kevin may actually feel decent about that flop, especially if he doesn't put Rodrigo on a strong hand, and he
I'll
checks.
check.
He
As well.
checks. Ah.
Completely perplexed right now.
That's right. He should have put some pressure on Rodrigo there. Now there's a pair of 7s on the board.
I think the first one to bet is the first one to win.
That's right. I agree. Kevin's coming out. He's
I'll call 5
Oh.
as well.
Rodrigo does not believe him.
He does not believe him at all. All right. And now let's see the turn card here. Turn card is a queen. No help to either player.
You're gonna check.
Check. Oh, I
Pretty sure I
think
was
Kevin
checking.
made a mistake there. He
Rodrigo senses the weakness.
he sensed the weakness.
As well.
Kevin's thinking about. Nope, he folds, and
I know, he
Rodrigo
tends to
takes it
always fold.
again. But he did have a strong hand this time. He had a really strong hand with that ace jack. But-
Certainly did, but coming into that pot, limping from the button, it seems like it was an opportune time to put pressure on the blinds.
Exactly, and I think Kevin had an opportunity to take that hand. If he comes back strongly on the turn and then comes back in, I think he could have taken it from Rodrigo. I think he might have backed down.
Most certainly. It feels like a missed opportunity at this point right
Yeah.
there. So back to the table,
Back
they're
is-
dealing up.
They're dealing the next hand.
Let's see those cards.
All right. Kevin, Queen 4. Z, King 3. Oh, look, a pair of 9s over on Trace. He's got a pair of 9s.
Trace from the big blind with pocket 9s.
Nines,
Great
yeah.
starting hand,
Great
four-handed.
starting hand, and look at Rodrigo with Jack 10, which is not a bad starting hand either.
And I could see from Rodrigo today already, I feel like a bet's
call
coming.
too.
Yeah, he
Just
bet
a call.
just a call.
This is why he's such a hard person to
Yeah,
gauge.
yeah.
You never know what he's going to do. He gets the
Exactly.
good hands and he limps. He gets the weak hands and he raises.
And it looks like Kevin called and Z called.
Ace 10.
Oh, what's
And Trace has raised.
he
Not
traces-
surprising.
Not surprising.
Rodrigo calls.
Wow.
He has overs. It's essentially a coin flip right now.
Right, yeah.
I'll let you guys all lose your money. I'm gonna fold.
Yeah, Kevin drops out.
Kevin wisely drops out.
Wisely drops out. Now, what will Z do? Is she going to?
Z still has that king. If
And
she were to catch a king here, she
Yeah.
takes control rather quickly.
And what's she thinking? She's looking at the stack. She's wondering. Did she call? I guess she called.
And there's
there
the
it is.
king.
There's her king. So now she's in the driver's seat. Let's see if she bets it.
We have some real matchup potentials here. Should
Yeah.
a 9 come on this turn and everyone sticks with it,
My turn.
Rodrigo would actually make a straight. Trace would make a set, and she would still hold top pair.
You'll raise 10. I will raise 10 as well.
Oh,
A call from Rodrigo.
I will raise my 10. I don't play on your board, so I call 10.
I think a miscommunication between our international
I think
players.
so. And Z calls.
Or call 10.
Yes, she's the leader right now.
Now this may have been a great opportunity to raise and seek out who is strong and who is weak here.
Right.
And the 3 on the turn makes
3
her
on the
feel
turn.
confident.
Oh my goodness! Now she's sitting there with 2 pair. Oh my goodness! And Trace
check
is
as
sitting
well.
there with 1 pair. What is he going to do now with pocket 9s?
Well, Trace is essentially drawing dead here. if
Yeah.
Rodrigo.
Oh, everybody
it
checks, and the queen comes up. No help to
Z
Rodrigo.
has this
and-
hand locked up.
I
The
think
only
Z-
way to lose it is to fold.
That's right. So Z come out betting. Who's the bet on here?
I will check as well.
Oh, check.
Same here.
Z.
Z checks. She has the winner. Very surprising
Turn
move.
over, yeah,
She's
very
just
su-
feeling safe. She's a
I
fan
know.
favorite, possibly scared. She's been eliminated once already and need to be
Yeah.
voted back in.
But that king 3, dominant 2 pair, she wins the hand, and she takes a lot of chips.
Well
pair.
played by the Bumblebee.
Well played by the Bumblebee. I have to agree. That was a hand that had so many possibilities for every one of those players that was in there.
It really did. You know, I was surprised Z limped into it with the call, but it ended up working out just fine. Hit the
Right.
top pair, but I can understand with that 3 kicker feeling a little out of place.
Yeah, but she missed an opportunity where I think she could have taken a lot more chips from the other 2 players. If she puts a bet in there at the end, she'd be sitting real pretty with a lot more chips in front of her.
Based on Rod's aggression, I think it would have been a safe bet to say he may have called to see that last card.
Oh, absolutely. Trace might have seen with that king that his hand was overmatched, but Z could have, she left a lot of chips there, but she's got a lot. Okay, let's get back to the action now. We have another hand up. And it looks like Trace is sitting there with 10-6. Doesn't look like much help. Oh, and look who has a pair of 9s. We have Rodrigo with a pair of 9s. I think he's going to bet those strong. Kevin, deuce 5, not much. And Z with an ace 8.
Dead man's hand.
Dead man's hand, that's right.
Has the name for a reason. Once upon a time,
I am going to check.
Billy the Kid had that hand and he was shot dead in a saloon.
Oh, my goodness.
Very handy look down at.
Yeah.
Got caught cheating.
And here's the flop, 5, king 7. Looks like the 5 paired up with Kevin. Not much help for Trace. And still Rodrigo is still in the lead there with a
I'll
pair of
check as
9s.
well.
Very disconnected flop, but
but he
the king
checks.
might scare
I will
him.
raise.
That's true.
4 people in the hand.
Yeah. A raise by Kevin. He comes out with looks like a stack of 10.
For this one, I will fold, my friend.
He believes
He
him.
believes him and he folds a pair of
Well
9s.
played,
Wow,
Kevin.
Yeah.
You can take my 2 chips.
Kevin actually ends up the aggressor here and makes the bet.
Z folds and Trace folds. And he gets the hand. Oh my, with a pair of 5s. That you know, that tells you how he's played. He did that on acting.
Oh, I'm shocked Rodrigo let it go. So he must have given some signs that led him to believe it wasn't the right time with just the 9s.
Exactly. There was that aggression in the way he bet, and that's what convinced him to throw away a pair of 9s.
Posture means a lot in this game, and the face we put on.
Exactly. All right, let's get back to the action for the next deal. This is becoming an exciting tournament here.
To say the least.
Now, the only person who hasn't won one yet is Trace.
In the call.
He's been involved, though. He just hasn't pulled the trigger. And pocket 8s.
Pocket
Trace is starting to get him dealt out now. Maybe getting a little more confident in his cards.
And he's reaching out for chips. He's going all in with a pair of 8s.
That's you're making a fool of yourself. But I won't fold this one.
Oh, Rodrigo do anything to have a hand right now to knock Trace out.
All right. Oh, Z with 10 deuce suited. She is not going to stick around, or is she going to stick around? Nope.
I didn't see that happening.
I didn't see her stick around. Now Kevin, he's calling.
Calls.
He's
we have
calling.
our first all-in of the tournament.
First all in. Let's turn him over. Ace 8 versus a pair of 8s. Oh, wow.
Now, unfortunately, he's very outmatched here with dead man's hand, and he may be dead where he sits.
Yeah, but you never know on a flop.
Well, 30% chance, just got a lot slimmer.
A lot slimmer. Now he's down to about 5%.
And it's over.
And it's over for Kevin.
Trace has dealt. Trace has doubled up. So
he's
for
doubled
Kevin,
up, and Kevin has
lost a good portion of his stack,
yeah.
though. Ouch, aggressive call.
Yeah.
Did not work out that time.
Did not work for Kevin. But I like his play. I like that play. Ace 8, not, you know, he figured maybe he had a low pair. Ace 8 was a good strong hand. And it really didn't put his entire stack at risk.
He was protecting. He had him out chipped. It's an okay call.
Yeah.
If he wakes up with pocket 5s, it's simply a coin flip.
Exactly.
But that wasn't the case here.
Yeah.
Sorely outmatched, unfortunately.
All right, let's get back to the action again. And there's the small blind on Z and the big blind on Kevin.
Z's sitting pretty with all those chips, and she's playing a little more conservative.
Yeah.
Folding. I feel like Rodrigo may be getting a little antsy, though.
Yeah. Ooh, pair of ducks on Kevin. And 8-3 on...
Aces for Trace.
Aces for Trace. Oh, I think the price of poker is going up.
And Rodrigo with a very strong hand may actually
King
get
Jack.
involved.
I think we're going to see some betting on this one.
It's going to be tough for people to get away from their hands.
That's right.
Raise 5 more to make it 7 total.
Okay. 7. I like this number. I am going to call it.
He's going to call. Okay.
I am not surprised.
I am not surprised. It's a strong hand,
That's a
King
call.
Jack. He doesn't know what he's going
I will
into.
also call.
Ah.
Just
and
a call from
just
Kevin.
Just a call from Kevin.
Leave just a small amount behind, though, to come all in with if he should feel he hit his number.
Yeah.
So Kevin's got to feel like he's playing to flop a 2 here, and that's only a 1 in 8 chance.
Yeah.
And he did not flop
Did
that.
not get it. And as a matter of fact, nobody helped on that flop.
Unless someone makes a bluff, this may severely kill the action on Trace's pot right now.
Exactly. I thought Kevin was going to come out bold with his hand, but he chose not to hold back.
Let's see. It's a
right,
very
let's-
weak flop.
Yeah.
If Kevin senses weakness, he may very well go all in.
And Z is looking to bet.
Wow. She's going to play that bottom 3 after all her conservative
Yeah.
play.
Call. 10.
She's calling.
Call
Oh,
10, go all in with 11.
Kevin goes all in on 11. This is
Bold move.
bold move.
We're looking at 10% chance he catches a 2 on the next 2 cards.
Well, I'll call your all in for 11.
And just calling, this would have been a good chance for Trace to isolate.
Absolutely.
Maybe push Z out, get her
Yeah.
out of there. You don't want to play this 3 ways.
I am
Yeah.
going to fold this one.
Rodrigo.
Yeah, Rodrigo smartly wisely folds that one. All right, all of Kevin's chips, and I'm afraid we might see our first person out here right now.
Does not look good for Kevin.
Here comes the turn.
So now we bet decide probably between Z and myself.
Oh, another
And
3.
Z
Oh,
jumps ahead, and aces are cracked.
Oh my goodness. There's a perfect example of what we were talking about. If Trace comes out and really increases the bet there, I think Z goes. She goes away
100%.
with a pair of 3s, but he allowed her to stay in the hand, and now he's going to pay the price.
His sneaky tactics. He looked to trap, and it was only himself that he got into the trap.
Yep. This is going to be tragic for Trace. He's going to bet it. Is he going all in?
That's
Oh, I
22
don't
total.
think he can think. No, he's all in.
He's all
He
in.
does not think his hand got worse.
Oh my
it's
goodness.
a 3.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
It looks like we may be going head to head here soon.
Z may double knockout right now
I
and be
think-
faced with a very short stacked Rodrigo.
That's right.
But if anyone could come from behind, it would be the Madman.
Yes, that's true. All right, she's going to call. She's going to call both of them. Now, the only card that can help him is an ace. And
That is it.
that is it.
And I just don't know. 2 outs, 5% chance.
5% chance. I don't see. It's possible. It is possible, and it'll be one of the biggest.
Trace is going to be devastated when
Yes.
she turns those cards
Yeah.
over.
I'm all in, Kevin's all in.
Pair 2s.
Rockets. Oh, nice Z. We need to through the ace.
Z's.
Good play.
Oh, 8-3.
Oh,
To end your tournament with aces versus 8-3.
Oh,
Tragic.
tragic. Okay, here we go. We're down to the river, and a lot of people involved here.
Hold to that.
Kevin won. I mean,
Flip.
All right, dealer.
Best card.
Oh, a
And that
queen comes
is
up,
it.
and that is it.
D eliminates 2 players,
Two players
in an instant.
Oh, what a hand.
A lot of heartbreak on that one. I
Yeah.
think when you wake up with aces 4-handed, you're feeling pretty good.
Exactly, but it's the old adage, you know, if you let somebody stick around, you've got to bet it. I think what he was trying to do is trap them into betting more so he could take more. And in a philosophy like that does not work all the time.
It's hard to see the danger there when a
Yeah.
3 comes on the turn. You don't put people on sitting there
right.
with a 3-8 offsuit.
Exactly, and you're thinking, I've got 2 pair with the high pair and a low pair. If someone else has 2 pair, I'm going to be dominant in that. So it's easy to see why it happened, but oh my goodness.
Me personally, I bet. I do not sit on those aces. I do not try to trap. Not in a situation like this
this?
with winner take all.
Yeah.
I want to eliminate people one at a time. I don't want to play those 3 or 4 ways.
Exactly.
Things like this are exactly what happens.
I know, and this is really, really tragic that this happened this way. And look at the stack she has now.
Oh.
Look at that. She is she's formidable. I mean, I don't see how she could lose this, although she is playing against head-to-head with the Mad Frenchman.
We have an amateur versus a pro.
That's
This
right.
guy has been playing his entire life since he was 11 years old in the slums of Paris. If anyone could come back from this type of chip advantage,
Yeah.
it would be Rodrigo.
And look at the hand he was dealt. Queen Jack, diamonds, suited.
This may be a good opportunity for him to start looking
Yeah.
to get some action.
He might even think about doubling up here. He might think about going all in. I don't
Can't
think.
see- oh.
It was just a call. Oh, look what she gets.
She is on fire.
She's
I'm
on
going
fire.
to go
She's
all
got. Oh,
Check, I don't know if anyone can beat her today.
this is unbelievable. The hand that she's getting here.
38.
Oh, and he moves all in.
Oh,
One of the shortest yet most exciting final tables I have been to, Check.
yeah, this is unbelievable. She's got 3/8, but look at the hand that he's got.
38.
He has an out.
He does, he
It's
does.
an inside straight with a 10.
Make fun of my
He could
accent,
take it.
but
He can also technically get runner queens, runner jacks, or
right.
runner diamonds.
That's
There
right.
are options here, but
Yeah.
it does not look good
It
for
does.
Rodrigo.
No, my
making
goodness.
sure I'm accurate.
Oh, and her flops.
Oh,
She's so meticulous. Look at her counting out each chip perfectly right
and
now.
look at that confidence she has on
She's
there.
not even done stacking her chips
No,
from the last
she's
win,
not.
Check. Oh,
Now when
Rodrigo sees.
Oh, the 3, no, 3, 3. Oh,
full house, 8
full
for
house,
threes.
8s over 3s, and now we have
Just
our
incredible.
victor. But here we have coming in to talk to us right now is Trace, and we want to talk to him about that hand. Oh my goodness. But look at this final hand. She flops.
I am pissed.
She comes in with an 8 deuce,
Can have your
and there she gets a full house.
Yes, all women.
And Z representing for the women as she takes the victory.
We obviously know how to win poker, though. So I'm
Oh,
sorry.
and the mad Frenchman
You're on
is not
rules,
feeling
sir.
well.
I'm sorry, I can't.
At your own
understand that.
rules.
I'm sorry?
You Americans don't even know how to play poker.
Look
We
at that. The
honestly
mad
do.
Frenchman, he's a little bit angry about it, but he has only himself to blame for going all in on that. And I have to say, we saw some incredibly great hands there. I mean, Z was just, dare we say the word luck, that to get those flops?
That was pretty magical on her part. I don't think the skill came into play as much for her hands to beat aces like that and to actually catch the trip threes on the turn.
Yeah.
Granted, these guys knew better. They let her stick around.
That's right.
But then the very next hand, she's not even done stacking her chips, and she actually flops trip eights against a hand that has overs. And Rodrigo, being aggressive and short stacked, made the move that he thought was best.
Right. Well, this has been one exciting tournament here for all the marbles. And I'm Chick Rays. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been an exciting tournament and one that you'll want to replay back again because you could learn a lot about poker by watching these hands. Wouldn't you say, Rex?
I'd say so. And this is Rex Rocker. We're signing off. Got to congratulate Z on the $1 million victory. And a big congratulations to everyone else that was here to watch and participate.
All right. Thank you very much. Good night.